Hey family, what's going on? Klaus here, and thank you guys so much for tuning back into this video where we're going to be discussing Lalo in war. It's a huge strategy, very powerful. It may very well be the most powerful attack strategy in Clan Wars. It very well may be, so it's something that I highly recommend that if you are interested in war, either at 1009, 10, 11, or 12, start practicing because it is worth it. I think the majority of the 3 stars in this war, Dark Looters Y versus Only the Brave, CWL Rising Season 5 episode week 1. I did a video a couple of days ago about miners in war. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. I'll put a link in the description. But here we are, guys. I'm going to show you my 4, I chose 4, my 4 favorite, I chose 4, my 4 favorite Lalo attacks in this war. Again, shout out to Only the Brave for getting the victory, 74-72, good try, both clans. It was a close one, only 2 stars. I mean, each base has 3, so it kind of a big deal. But anyway, we've got to come over to home base here to check out a Town Hall 11 v 11 3-star using Lalo. So the first thing to consider, guys, is it simply a lava hound balloon attack? Well, no. Most of the time, you're using some sort of ground kill squad first. What I mean by that is, are you going to be using something to dive into the base and take out a certain objective? And what that objective could be is anything. But majority of the time, you're seeing a wall wrecker like this leading the way. You've got your heroes, maybe a few bowlers for that bounce damage, the splash damage, a warden, and then of course your poison spell. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get that clan castle. You're trying to get possibly, if it's a Town Hall 11 or 12, you're trying to get that eagle artillery. You're trying to get air defenses. And if you can get all those things, if you can get the enemy queen, then you're golden. And what Viking did on Pompey's base here, I think that says Pompey, is he saw a weakness in the base. He was able to go in and take out the queen, the eagle, the clan castle, and an air defense, all with the ground kill squad. Now that was a very heavy ground kill squad with both heroes and extra bowlers and clan castle Valkyries and everything. But at this point, guys, notice what he's doing here. He is starting on the bottom. Did he get all the sweepers? He got all the sweepers too. That helps a lot. Sweepers are kind of like, they kind of either make or break a Lalo attack. So at this point, guys, his hounds kind of absorbed all the bombs and everything, and the balloons are now making their way through. He's keeping them under rage. He's keeping them under heal if there's a lot of wizard towers around the area. Notice he's got 1, 2 heal or haste spells left, and you're going to see here that he really didn't need his final haste. So that means that Viking had it under control. King Viking, that's what that says, King Viking. He really didn't need that last haste. I mean, he could have gone without the haste. So it's all about base recognition, guys, but I'm pretty sure that at least at Tunnel 10, Lalo will work on pretty much every base. Don't quote me on that. I mean, every attack strategy requires a little bit of practice, or maybe a lot of practice. So, you know, it depends on the way the sweepers are organized. It depends on where the clan castle is. Where is that queen? Where is that eagle if it's in Tunnel 11? Where are the air defenses? If you can take out multiple objectives, again, an air defense, eagle artillery if it's a 12 or an 11, clan castle troops, enemy queen, air defenses, which I've said more than once, but that's because it's important. If you can do all those things with a ground kill squad, wall wreckers, or possibly just the heroes going in with some wall breakers or something, then you're golden. And that's what King Viking saw in this base, and he was able to wreck it without needing his final spell. So shout out to King Viking for that. Very nicely done with that Lalo variant ground kill squad attack. Now we'll bounce over to the enemy side, and we're gonna check out the attack on number 7, guys. And number 7, I believe Barca is the leader of the clan. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but he's at Town Hall 10, and Oolong manages to pull his base off with another Lalo. Again, all these would be Lalo variant attacks. And check out this battle blimp, guys. You don't see enough battle blimps. I don't see enough battle blimps, but that battle blimp, and this was obviously a pre-scouted attack, was able to absorb a ton of Seeking Air Mines. It was beautiful. Plus, he was able to take out an air defense and I believe also an Inferno. Yes, he took out an Inferno at the same time. So that was the objective of that attack. Now, here we are. Is that, oh, that balloon did not lure the clan castle. So we're going to see what Oolong decides to do against a base where he has not lured the clan castle just yet. He's deployed his king down here for tanking, and where is his queen? There's the queen. Queen is going to make her way in, get another air defense. That means that so far, Oolong, without deploying a single hand or balloons, except for what was in his battle blimp, he's able to take out 2 air defenses. That's great. I mean, and an Inferno. So fantastic value so far in his ground variant. His what would you call that? It's kind of like a hybrid attack. You've got your ground and your air versions of the attack. So there's that queen. She popped her ability. Possibly the clan castle here does not, because of maybe a scout, the clan castle does not care about air. Maybe Lalo and balloon or something. I don't know. So here we are. Balloons are coming in. And by the way, notice how these guys are deploying these balloons. They're not just spamming them like I do with 4 fingers and going like this. I mean, they're like, they're dropping those balloons. They're like, I need 8 right here, and I need 6 right here on this tile at this exact moment when that exact defense goes down. That is how they do it, and it's amazing. So he's got 1 more heal. That's a great place for a heal. There are 2 wizard towers in that area. 1 balloon to take out that mortar, and 1 haste. Ooh, great split of those balloons, guys. He probably needed that haste. He didn't actually swag any spells, but just because he didn't swag does not mean that wasn't a beautiful attack strategy. And his hounds popped, so that means he's got plenty of cleanup, so there wasn't any risk of him running out of time. So Oolong with the 3-star, 10 out of 10 V10. A beautiful, oh, there you go. There's that clan castle, Lava Hound Balloon. There you go. If it's a Lava Hound Balloon in your clan castle, like we learned a few days ago, miners, or just don't pull them out and your Lava Loon will do the work, your Lalo attack. So shout out to Oolong for that 3-star. Very, very nicely done. So we'll bounce out, guys. We're going to check out the attack on number 14. Yet another beautiful Lalo attack, guys. This one, look at this base. I love these base designs, by the way. If you want to steal a base, of course, these particular base designs have been 3-starred already, so maybe not. Maybe you don't want to steal these bases. But here's another one of those where a battle blimp is being used here. Seeking Your Mind's being soaked up, and max balloons coming out of there, taking out an air defense, taking out an Inferno tower, and actually lure the clan castle. So he does actually have that dragon down. And look at that balloon. Boom. Oh, that balloon got hit by the sweeper and took out a 2nd air defense. So now this base design, this base has only 2 air defenses left up. That's very nice. Plus, again, that CC's been lured and is now about to get dropped with that poison spell. So now, ideally, the queen will follow the king, and the queen will take out the enemy queen. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Check this out, guys. Maeve is starting his Lalo, by the way, up at the very top. So you're going to see 2 parts. Maeve is really paying attention to how this attack goes. Lalo at the top. His queen's going to take out the enemy queen there at the bottom, hopefully. And balloons coming in from the top. Now, here's the situation, an interesting situation, where these guys will actually, on purpose, go in against a sweeper. So the sweeper orientation should not ultimately determine how you attack Lalo. It can ruin your attack. You have to have some balloons coming in from the other side, or they've got to overpower it with the sheer numbers like you just saw there. So, what is those? Skeleton traps, keeping that wizard tower distracted. And even though it looked a little bit dicey there, queen ended up taking out the enemy queen. There wasn't any major problems. And look at that, a lava hound didn't even pop. That is called an overkill right there. Maeve completely overkilled that base. And that sometimes is bad. You don't have enough cleanup if you don't pop the hound. But very, very nice for Maeve. And now it comes down to just a little bit of cleanup there at the bottom. And notice, guys, the trends. The trends are you've got to use some sort of ground to take out certain objectives. I've already named them, but I'll list them again. For Town Hall 10 especially, Inferno Towers, Air Defenses, Clan Castle, Queen. If you could take out any or all of those, or like 1 or 2 Air Defenses, and then all those other objectives with your ground kill squad, your heroes, then you're doing great. You're noticing a lot of like either Wall Wrecker or Battle Blimp. That obviously you have to practice to figure out which one will work better for a certain base design. And again, I think that you could probably use this particular strategy with any base design, but don't quote me on that. You'd have to practice a lot to be able to do that. It depends on the base design. If everything is very nicely spread out, then you might have to stick to another strategy. But good job to Maeve. Nicely done for that Lalo 3-star. And now for those of you that are Town Hall 9s, I do actually have a Town Hall 9 Lalo 3-star, and it is on the bottom base. So I don't know. This base design is max, so just because it's number 25 on the bottom base in the war does not mean that it's not a max 9. It is a max 9. And beat B4T is going to go off against Valkyrie, and this time, look at this, we actually have a Golem. I don't feel like I see enough Golems in war these days. I feel like Golems are kind of out of favor, but I think that they should come back, because Golem, look at that, absorbing multiple point defenses, grabbing some bombs. There's a giant bomb that Golem went ahead and triggered, and a couple of bowlers from the clan castle. So this is the same idea. You got a Golem, you have a little bit of a funnel, and you have your king, maybe some bowlers, maybe your queen, and what they're going to do is they're going to wipe out the enemy queen, which they already did. They're going to wipe out the enemy clan castle, which they just did. They've also got 2 air defenses, and they could potentially take out a 3rd. There is one right there that queen just has to decide to go for it. So here is that lava, the balloon deployment here. They're just making sure, and notice he also spreads out his balloons a little bit on occasion just to make sure that they don't all get hit by the same air bomb or something like that. So very nice spread out there. And here's another situation where these guys are going to actually, on purpose, deploy their Lalo. Where's that queen? Oh, and he missed his queen ability. Oh my goodness. Had he hit his queen ability, this would have been an even better 3-star. If I remember right, actually now that I think about it, this was kind of a close 3-star. So even with missing the queen ability, Beat is going to take this base out. Very, very nicely done. There's a nice heal spell. That Hound pops pups everywhere, and one more haste. This one did come down to the clutch. And it looks like air defense going to go down. Very nice. And, oh, one sweeper makes it on top of that, or one balloon gets over the sweeper. And now we're going to see a haste. Are we going to see a haste? Are we going to see a haste? Beat, where you at, bro? There it is. All right, so the balloon's going to take out the cannon. They're going to kind of split up. That's great. Get rid of that X-bow, get rid of that wizard tower, and then finally down there. So that one didn't go quite according to plan. If he had popped that queen's ability, queen would have survived, and she would have helped take out a few defenses, including that sweeper. So good attack strategy. Only missed the queen's ability. Still got that triple. So very nicely done for him. We'll go ahead and speed up through the cleanup on this one. So basically, Sweet Lalo, our grounds kill squad Lalo, takes out basically 4 3-stars. Actually, there was like 16 altogether out of the 25 bases on each side, so 50 total bases. I think like 16 of them were Lalo 3-stars. There was a lot of hogs, several miners, several bow witch. Of course, you have to have bow witch. So those are the major 3 strategies. So shout out to Beat for that 3-star, and that is my Lalo list. So there were more than that, by the way, but those were my favorite attacks, and I had to give you guys that Tunnel 9 version. So guys, if you have a Tunnel 9 in clan or Tunnel 10, or just share this video with your clan if they want to see more examples and learn more about Lalo. Again, it's all about taking out the ground objectives. Again, I'll list them off: the Queen, CC, air defenses, Inferno, possibly Eagle Artillery. All of those things are super important. If you can take out several of those, then the Lalos is not easy, but it is doable. There's no such thing as an easy attack strategy in Clash of Clans. But guys, that's it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Shout out again to the winners, Only the Brave, and thank you to Dark Looter's Wife for letting me check out the war, and I will be checking out the war in week 2 coming up this coming weekend. I don't know who the opponent is. I don't have the schedule up, but I'm sure it's going to be absolutely epic. Guys, again, that's all for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like the video if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already for daily gaming videos. And as always, I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all again next time.